Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, esteemed speakers, I welcome you all to the CSR Leadership Summit and Awards 2023, a monumental event driven by the commitment of corporate social responsibility and made possible through our esteemed ecosystem partners, the Office of Principal Scientific Advisor to the Government of India, and Manthan, Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, Government of India. We also extend our gratitude to our supporting partner, Bhashini, and the Andhra Pradesh Economic Development Board. This gathering has been brought to life by the incredible team of NextgenInnov8, which is our host for today's event. Before we start, I would like to call for lamp lighting all the dignitaries, Dr. Mr. AmitabhNag, Chief Executive Officer, Digital India, Bhashini Division, Digital India Corporation, Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, Government of India. Then Srimati C. Nagarani, IAS, Director of Technical Education and Chairperson of the State Board of Technical Education and Training, Government of Andhra Pradesh. Along with Dr. Bhaskar Chatterjee, CEO, Anil Agarwal Foundation, Vedanta Group, Mr. Vikas Verma, Regional Head, North Region, United Nations Development Program, Dr. Sandeep Pachpande, Chairman, ASM Group of Institutes, Mr. Rahul Jain, Managing Director, InnoServ Group, along with KARTIKEYA A OSD to Minister of Finance and Skills, Government of Maharashtra, Mr. Sumit Tayal, Chief Executive Officer, Give Grants. It's a time to foster connections, share insights, and engage in meaningful conversation with our peers who share a common passion for corporate social responsibility. I request Mr. AmitabhNag sir, CEO, Digital India Bhashini, Dr. Sapna Poti ma'am, she'll be joining us virtually, Mr. Kartikeya A, OSD to Minister of Finance Skills, Mr. Ram Chauhan, CEO, Founder Ginni, Mr. Rahul Jain, to commence with the welcome address, Managing Director, InnoServ Group.
Good morning, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, and champions of positive change, a warm and hearty welcome to all of you. It's a true pleasure to stand before you today and discuss one of the most pressing and inspiring topic of our time, corporate social responsibility. Today, on the occasion of SMX CSR Leadership Summit and Awards 2023, hosted by NextgenInnov8, I take immense pride and pleasure in welcoming Mr. AmitabhNag, Chief Executive Officer, Digital India, Bhashini Division, Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, Government of India. We have with us, joining virtually, Dr. Sapna Poti, Director, Office of the Principal Scientific Advisor to Government of India. I welcome Mr. KARTIKEYA A, OSD to Minister of Finance and Skill, Government of Andhra Pradesh. I also welcome Mr. Ram Chauhan, CEO and Founder Ginni. Srimati C. Nagarani, IS, Director and Chairperson of State Board of Technical Education, Government of Andhra Pradesh. I heartily welcome all the dignitaries of the dais. Each one of you are true force impacting the society with your unparalleled CSR contributions and initiatives. Friends, today we stand at the intersection of innovation, compassion, and progress, celebrating the incredible developments and confronting the pressing concerns that define the CSR landscape. India, as a pioneer, leads the way in the CSR realm, being the first country in the world to make CSR mandatory. This groundbreaking initiative, following the amendment to the Companies Act in 2014, has not only set a precedent but has also inspired businesses to invest their profits in areas crucial for the betterment of our society. In recent years, CSR has evolved significantly, changing not only the way business operates, but also the way they engage with society and the environment. This summit aims to delve into the key developments that have made waves in this transformative journey, with focus on shift in business models and mindsets, transparency, sustainability, collaboration and partnership, tech-powered innovation, empowering rural communities, supporting vulnerable populations, disaster relief and response, promoting women's empowerment, advancing healthcare research, and a lot more. As we celebrate these incredible strides, we must also acknowledge the challenges that shape the CSR landscape. And to put few forward, greenwashing, inequality, spreading awareness, which is very critical, the focus on global challenges, lack of standardization, the short-term focus, measuring impact, legislation and regulation framework, public skepticism, changing stakeholder expectations, and a lot more. This summit will discuss all above and beyond. CSR is a powerful force for good, enabling businesses to take responsibility and create a brighter, more sustainable future for all. As we embark on this journey, remember that each one of us, whether a business leader, consumer, or advocate, plays a vital role. Together, we can make a profound difference in people's lives and the health of our planet. Thank you for joining us today, and let's continue to push the boundaries of what is possible through corporate social responsibility. Together, we can build a world we can be proud to pass on to the future generations. Welcome once again, everyone. Hope you have a great day here, full of insights, knowledge, and networking. Welcome once again to SMX CSR Leadership Summit and Awards 2023. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Rahul Jain, sir. In a world facing complexes, we gather here today just not as an industry leader, but as stewards of our planet and architects of a brighter future. CSR isn't just about responsibility, it's about resilience, sustainability, and innovation. It's about the shared commitment to make a positive difference. After this, I would like to call Dr. Sandeep Pachpande, sir, Chairman of ASM Group of Institute, to deliver the theme address.
A very good morning to everyone. Mr. AmitabhNag, CEO of Digital India Bhashini Division, Dr. Sapna Poli, who will be joining us online, Mr. KARTIKEYA A, Mr. Ram Chauhan, C. Nagarani from Andhra Pradesh, and ladies and gentlemen. I extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to each one of you to the SMX Leadership Summits and Awards 2023 in this vibrant city of New Delhi today. We are joined not only by influential government officials, dedicated CSR leaders, impactful NGOs, but also forward-thinking corporations from across the nation. Today, we have gathered with a unified purpose to delve deep into the theme, exploring CSR leadership and sustainable practices in India. Our dialogue today goes beyond just the concepts of CSR. It dives into the realm of realignment, reinvention, and responsibility. We'll be starting with the first discussion on the alignment of ESG, environmental, social, and governmental factors with sustainability. In a world grappling with climate change and social inequalities, ESG isn't just a parameter, but it is a compass which is directing us towards responsible and ethical practices. I was talking to one of my professors at Harvard, and what he was telling is the mindset now is changing. Initially, companies were looking at ESG as a cost, but however, with ESG, you are giving a message to your stakeholders of how efficient you are. And in fact, by being more efficient, you are adding up to your bottom line as well. So today, as we explore the role of CSR in the dynamic business landscape, CSR has transitioned from just being a peripheral activity to becoming the central ethos of companies' strategy. The question we pose today is not how CSR fits into business, but how businesses can evolve and embed CSR into their core. India now has become the world's most populous country. And if you look at our demographics, we are going to be having a very high working population till 2042. So with this particular strength what we have, I think education is going to play a very important sector. It is the tool which can convert our education, our human population into a really productive human resource. And that is where ASM Group of Institutes, which is a KG to PG group in Pune, we have been trying to focus on creating well-rounded leaders who can not only contribute to the corporates, but also to all levels of the society. I think what is required is that we need to have partnerships forged, not only between the government and the corporates, but also the education institutions. Most of the corporates have very good ideas about CSR. You may have the budgets, but you may not have the time and manpower to execute this. And this is where the education institutions can come in. One of the initiatives we have rolled out at ASM is to make a compulsory 2-week CSR internship into the curriculum itself. You know, when they are going to the corporates and working, why not let them work on a 2 weeks CSR internship? So that's where I think events like this will help forge those partnerships so that we are creating the right mindset in the young generation right from the start. In fact, NextgenInnov8, which is a host for this particular event, is a company which was started by my son when he was 14 years old. He's just 17 now. But he had a vision of how to promote innovation, entrepreneurship, mindset in the next generation. I think with education, we are in a very difficult role because we have to prepare the students for the jobs of the future. With technology and AI, the jobs of the future will be different. 60% of them don't even exist today. So this is a very important challenge. Currently, if you see in India, we are yet trying to cope up with the industries and to meet their requirements of employability. But here, we are talking about preparing them for the next step. Even the corporates don't know what kind of jobs are going to exist in the future. And these things can only be done with the help of technology. We have got AmitabhNag sir here, who is going to speak on how languages is no longer a barrier because of technology and how that can help us to reach to a large number of stakeholders. At NextgenInnov8 also, we have developed a number of technologies, like we have a quizzing platform, which is built to give a defined learning outcome to your stakeholders. You can use it for your internal employee engagement. You can use it for events, activities. So such sort of technologies, I think, and Ginni, I think, is also coming up with a wonderful platform to connect the right people for the good of the CSR. So as we navigate today through the pivotal discussions, let us remember that the insights that we gain, the partnerships that we forge, and the commitments we make will shape the future of CSR in India. Every thought shared, every question raised, every solution proposed has a potential to ignite change. As Mahatma Gandhi ji had said, be the change you wish to see in the world. Today, let's pledge to be the catalyst of change, to drive a movement of responsibility, sustainability, and well-being. I look forward to a day filled with enlightenment, discussions, collaborative learnings, and inspirational insights. Together, let's explore, envision, and empower a sustainable future for India. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sandeep Pachpande, sir. Throughout the day, the summit will be full of ideas, a hub of knowledge, and a testament of power and collective action. Here, I request Mr. AmitabhNag, sir. He is our guest of honor, chief guest. I would like to call him to address us. Please welcome. He is Chief Executive Officer of Digital India's Bhashini division. Yes, sir, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here. I thank the organizers to be, you know, making me part of this event. I just wanted to, talk about what we are doing and how actually, this is helping and this should help in the ultimate cause which we are looking at. One of the major aspects of CSR is to connect up with the last mile, or the last person in the queue, and help in his ease of living, his ease of education, his ease of getting health services, and all of it. It's basically connect up with the last services. And Bhashini's objective, the organization which Government of India has built up, and it's a mission which is National Language Translation Mission, is looking at connecting to the last mile. We had a lot of digital systems which actually, brought inclusivity. We started long back with passenger reservation system, which brought in some inclusivity for a section of people. We went across and, did Ministry of Corporate Affairs platform, which actually brought in another level of inclusivity as far as business is concerned. Then we looked at passport, which was another level of inclusivity for a section of people, which for ease of doing business, ease of, learning, ease, whatever the passport was used for. Then we looked at the income tax system. Then we looked at multiple other systems which came across over a period of time when then we launched the Aadhaar, which actually gave the digital identity to people. And it actually touched every individual to give the inclusivity which was required. We then went on to financial inclusion with JAM Trinity, and we have actually built up a lot of things which are, digital platforms which bring in inclusivity. UPI being the latest one, which caught up very well during the COVID period as well as later. Now, this particular platform, what it does is, what we do here is to bring the last mile. We still do not touch about 70% of your population who do not speak English so well. So, we are still, the education and other things are devoid. We are trying to change it to the multilingual system. Plus, the people who are not, do not converse with you in the language which you understand, right? And it is, the entire development is localized. Collaboration is localized to that particular area where language is understood well. And ultimately, what we land up into, we tell each of the people that learn another language. Don't think in your mother tongue, don't innovate in your mother tongue, but you go on, learn another language to be inclusive in the society or part of the development or innovation efforts which is going on. This mission actually tries to use digital tools to translate one language to others. So what we are doing is that what we had done to about 2 years back is to use the artificial intelligence technology to train AI models to help translate one language to other. Our mandate was to translate 22 languages in bidirectional way on text-to-text basis. Plus, we also took an initiative to have the computer or the digital mechanisms understand the language as you speak. So when I speak, the computer understands my language. Then also the ability of computer to synthesize your language, all the 22 languages. Today, if you actually look at it, we do it very well across 14 languages. We understand speech and text very well. And across text to text, we can translate 22 languages to one another. So that's the capability which has been developed within the government system. The system, how you can experience it, please download the Bhashini app on iOS or Google Play Store. Now, how does this actually impact people? And it's a simple translation system or voice recognition system, as you call it. And, how does it impact? Yesterday, Minister of State for Agriculture launched a chatbot. What does that chatbot do is that, it addresses a problem, which is when the PM transfers the money to the farmers, there are some farmers, a section of farmers who do not receive that payment. So, and in most of the time or many times, those farmers are the marginalized farmers who are not able to read or write, yeah, and approach the authorities which are required. So the chatbot gives you a facility that you speak ki mera bhugtan nahi hua, and the entire, the smartphone will take back to you and say that speak your Aadhaar number, give your OTP, and then the system will automatically generate the response and why he has not got the payment. Maybe the Aadhaar is not linked to the bank account or any of those things, so, right? So this is going to impact about 9 crore farmers who are on the ground receiving the benefit, and if they are not. And this will increasingly, the number of services which are there are going to increase over a period of time. So today it is only PM Kisan, tomorrow it will be information about weather, information about anything, and this will get integrated into an app which is there. So that's one thing which was done yesterday, and you will see the benefits which will happen over a period of time. The another thing which was done about a month back was, often we still, when we do the payment, specifically the 123 payment, which was to be done on the phone, you have a money in your bank account, you want to transfer it to your parents or anything, you still had to go through a process with respect to knowing the computer, knowing the smartphone icons, what is to be done, etc., etc. There was a process which was involved, and you need to be digitally literate for that. What was done, what was launched by NPCI in the about 15 days back in the festival, finance festival, was that by speaking you can transfer the money. So, mere papa ko 100 rupaye bhej do. So computer would be the smartphone or the system will be in a position to recognize the number, and and payment would be transferred to him, and there would be a confirmation which will come in. The only thing which you need to do is to type in the PIN. Okay, so that's the second level of inclusivity which is there. Another thing which was done by RBI about a month and a half back, and some of these initiatives, why I'm recounting, is that you should know the power of translation and the power of speaking to that particular language. What they did was that the farmers are to be given loans based on the credit which they enjoy, their credit evaluation. Now, the credit evaluation is dependent upon the, the land parcel which they own. That is one of the factors which is there. And across the country, the land parcels are in vernacular language. That is the regional language, right? And the banks generally, the business correspondence and the loan documents come out in English, right? And sometime back, about 2 months back, what would a farmer do to avail the loan? He will basically have to get the things translated to facilitate the bank to do it, and it used to take about 2 months. With this system, the public credit system which the RBI launched and the banks have adopted it, they are issuing loan online, and the entire land records are getting transliterated to the language which banks understand online on an online basis. What it eventually does is that what RBI governor said, that we want to reduce that time frame for giving credit to 10 minutes from about 2 months. So that's the challenge which you were facing, and we have removed that particular challenge which is there. The other thing which we have done in the, which was about, again, in June, July this year, is the CP Grams, which is the grievance redressal portal of Prime Minister, is now accepting complaints in vernacular language. That means on a regional language, if you give complaints, it will be accepted. The entire thing, if the person who is supposed to respond to it does not understand the language, it will get translated, and again the response is prepared, and the person would be given that and given the response in vernacular language without the delays. Earlier, this used to happen for many cases, but there were huge amount of delays because of language portion alone. The courts have started translating the entire judgment. Supreme Court has already done it. You have the newspaper in the vernacular language so that people can understand, right? And people can understand and then take benefit out of it so that they don't have to go anywhere. Often the language translation became even an impediment to fix up the hearings which were going on. The other thing which we are doing is to translate the Swayam and NPTEL video in the regional languages, so that in the IITs, in many of the technical institutes, when people come in, they are selected out of JEE, but they may not be proficient in the native, in the English language. But all the lectures are today in English, so they are getting translated. So we are actually working on many of such use cases, which are impact use cases. There are a lot of NGOs who are working with us to get the language tools incorporated into their service delivery. I would encourage all of you to look at this particular portion and encourage the people to think in their mother tongue, innovate in their mother tongue, and collaborate in their mother tongue, because the tools are now available and technology helps you to do it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing insights into the digital transformation landscape. Following this, we have Dr. Sapna Poti, Director of Office to the Principal Scientific Advisor to the Government of India. She will join us virtually to offer her perceptions.
Thank you for inviting me. And I'm really sorry that I haven't been able to come and present myself over there because of the fact that I'm not keeping well and I've been under the weather for quite some time. Corporate social responsibility, as such, is an area of interest for me, not only because I manage the strategic alliances division where we talk about industries and academia and have collaborations with startups and so on for research and innovation, but also because of the fact that there's a lot of scope to do social impact thanks to corporate social responsibility. Before I can even start about CSR and why it needs to be strategic and so on, let me just take a couple of seconds to introduce our Office of Principal Scientific Advisor to Government of India. Professor Ajay Sood is the current PSA to the Prime Minister and to Government of India. This department was initially started by Dr. Abdul Kalam, and then we had Dr. Chidambaram and Professor Vijayaraghavan, and now we have the fourth Principal Scientific Advisor to the Government of India. Our primary role is to progress research as well as innovations and tackle social impact issues through these technology development as well as through fundamental research. And hence we had also managed to include some of these areas like research through academic institutes as well as startups, incubation for social impact and alignment to sustainable development goals and so on in the Schedule 7 of Ministry of Corporate Affairs. In terms of CSR, I think that the easiest way is to look at your own catchment area and look after some of the issues there and so on. However, what would be more important to see is that can the corporate social responsibility be something which aligns to your vision? Can it be revolutionary? Can it have a multiplier effect? And so on. So for that, I think majorly it should be invested in areas which will multiply itself, scale up, and then not only be useful to your catchment areas, but would also be useful to the nation as well as international shores. Let me give you a couple of examples. During the COVID, for instance, we had developed reagents. We had also developed testing kits and so on, ventilators, all of this. This was basically, exported to Africa, and these were all low cost and high value products. So similarly, we have technologies like robotics for sewage cleaning. You could have hospitals, which are extension hospitals, which is again an innovation that we tried out during COVID time, and so on. We could also be funding STEM education, gamification of that, so that that multiplies and it goes to all different underprivileged people in different countries and so on, and it's not limited only to your catchment area. Gamification again is something that children today want to learn from games, and they don't want to either study fat books or go to schools and so on. So there's a different kind of mindset that the children today have. Similarly, skill development in niche areas like nano or ITIs learning from IITs and so on. There are several such models that one can think of. Manthan is a platform that we have developed so that people can come, they can freely look at all the projects that are there. They can also ask for their CSR requirements, and they can provide that, and academic institutes, startups, NGOs could apply to them, and then they could evaluate it independently and so on. And hence, to my mind, all of you have amazing role, and you can make such a huge difference through the CSR budgets that you have. And I really feel that this small message that I wanted to give to all of you is that you are in such an important position. You can either make or break this CSR within your organization. So I really hope that you would make it, and you will also help align to the national missions of our country and work together with the government to be able to actually serve the poor. And lastly, do keep an eye on the National Research Foundation. That's again a very interesting opportunity for CSR, where innovations, research, as well as social impact will be undertaken. We are also looking at how tier 2 and tier 3 colleges will be able to go to the next level. They would be a knowledge economy, how they could do better research and so on, so that India finally becomes a hub for knowledge, research, innovations, and the startup ecosystem. Thank you so much, and hopefully someday we all will meet together. Thank you. Goodbye.
For sharing valuable insights with us and addressing us. After this, I would like to call Mr. KARTIKEYA A OSD to Minister of Finance and Skills, Government of Andhra Pradesh. He will shed light on the critical intersections of finance, renewable energy, education, and skill development.
Vande Matram, Janani Janma Bhumischa Swargat Pigarisi. Mother and motherland are superior even to earth. And I am proud to be a part of the great nation, and I am always blessed. And very good morning to all. I feel a lot of positive vibrations in this 600 square feet room. I feel that everyone has got a vision to do something. This is what our nation requires as we moving forward 2047 vision. So it's how we can collectively work for our nation's vision or for the humanity. Before that, I would like to thank SMX CSR leadership management for inviting me here and representing state of Andhra Pradesh. It's really honor to be here. And before that, I would like to say I'm really impressed, Mr. Amitabh, for talking about mother tongue. In all these events nowadays, we talk about big things, which is, we only talk, but we don't do anything. But he just spoke about, made light on it. Mother tongue is how important it is. I'm really impressed. Thank you so much for listening those comments and how we can use the technology in terms of mother tongue also. So people talk about CSR. Even still CSR is like, is it a charity? Is it a charity? Charity we can just donate, but CSR has got an impact we can get. We have a commitment towards for a sustainable growth. How we can get that sustainable growth with the help of CSR? Are we utilizing CSR funds or CSR initiatives in the right way? Are we doing a CSR just only for doing a sake? It's not just words, correct? And how we can implement, how can get an impact with the CSR. In Andhra, we have ma'am also here, Commission Technical Education. We have polytechnic colleges, we have ITAs, we are doing, even in fact, I look after skill development also. So we are people, how we can utilize CSR in a right way. We are not asking any companies about, we want a fund and all this. We are asking to come industry to participate and get an impact. We are talking about employment. Unemployment is high in India. How we can create employment? Can we create employment for everyone? But we have to talk at this point of time about CSR initiatives should be more focused on entrepreneurship skills. Entrepreneurs can create employment opportunities. How we can do that? And how we can use a CSR initiatives in the right way for a sustainable growth for our nation and mankind. So our commitment, social response reflects on our actions, not on our words. So what we going to do? This event also, it's not that we all intellectuals, great people sat together for a purpose. You came at 9 o'clock and till in the evening, what are going to be our outcomes? How are we going to gain this event as a by the time next event we can have this, we should have something, a productive outcomes. How can we get it? So what kind of decisions we are going to make, what kind of policies. These events should be a agenda for the next government should take the policies, a CSR policy. Even after the event, whatever the consolidated reports we get from all the intellectuals and the speeches, we need to work on it and we send it to the government that these are the initiatives we can work with the government. These are the it should be a policy. It is not an event people will come and talk, deliver their lectures and they leave. I personally focus more on productive outcomes because we respect money, but we don't respect time. Even if you lose 100 rupees, you can gain again. But if you lose 1 minute, it is difficult to get that same 1 minute back. So focus on this next 1 or 2, today whole event, what we can do for the nation, how we can get a change in that. That sustainability should be our vision 2047, how we can empower children with the right education. So in the today also we have that ma'am also is going to talk about how we can CSR can be rightly utilized for shaping of the future of the students, how we can contribute towards technical education or vocational education. Because if we don't focus on education now, if we don't give a quality education with the right skills, then we'll have more unemployment. If you have unemployment, what will happen? You all know that. So a lot of anti-social elements will form, and also we need to create that entrepreneurs with the right skills. We need to give the support. And once Peter Drucker says the best way to predict the future is to create it. Now this is an option for us with the CSR, how we can create a future, what we can do for the nation, how we can get an impact for the next young generation, what are we going to give for the generation for the next. See, we are here today, we are talking because of our freedom fighters who sacrificed their lives, and today we are enjoying this freedom. But what are we going to give for next 50, 40, 50 years or 100 years? Are we going to give a right planet for them? People talk health is wealth, but our planet's health is our health, and which sustainably creates a wealth. So are we working towards that? So we have to think, and all the minds together, let's work together. And we are here from Andhra Pradesh, not only our state, all the states approach government. A CSR initiative is not that, in fact, I interacted with many companies, you name it, top MNCs. Everyone wants to contribute towards the nation and towards the education system, strengthening a skill development, but they don't know how to approach. And people are doing it their own ways. Can we do it in a right way? Can we fix all the dots together for the desired outcomes? This is the time we need to give a thought on it, and we have to work towards that. So we are here, I am here, and our team also is here. Anyone wants to come to AP to do something with the Andhra government, we are very proactive. You don't require to come to us. You will tell us when to come, how to come, where to come, we will come, and we will give a best hospitality for the nation. It is not for Andhra Pradesh. Once it starts doing in Andhra, if you show the best model, that should be implemented not only in India and the entire universe. Globally, we should do it. Because it is not we here. We are collectively together, all the continents rest to put together. So concluding, I want to say that CSR leadership is not a choice. Is it a choice? It's a necessity now. We have to give a thought, we have to work on it. It's about doing well by doing good. How well we can do good is in our hands. Let's start doing it, the better future, give a bright future for the next generations who are coming it. Thank you so much. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir. I would like to highlight one thing. He rightly said that whatever we are doing, we need to have a productive output out of that. Whatever goes in the nation building is the extreme thing and the ultimate thing we could do for the nation. That's why somewhere we also say राष्ट्र सर्वोपरि. राष्ट्र सबसे पहले आता है, उसके लिए हम जो कुछ भी कर सकते हैं, definitely we should do that. Proceeding further, I would request Dr. Sandeep Pachpande sir and Mr. Rahul Jain to felicitate our dignitaries. Thank you, sir. Next, we have amazing thing lined up. We have launch of the most impactful CSR technology initiative by Ginni Group, which is called as Be Vocal. I would request Mr. Ram Chauhan founder and CEO of Ginni, to present, along with Mr. AmitabhNag and Dr. Bhaskar Chatterjee.
मदर टंग, आई जस्ट कैच दिस वर्ड, हिंदी. माफ़ करना अगर मैं इंग्लिश में बोलूँ तो, सॉरी, आदत पड़ी हुई है थोड़ी. तो अभी हम हिंदी से शुरू करते हैं. और थैंक यू मिस्टर नाग, सॉरी अगेन, श्रीमान नाग. तो थोड़ा इंटरेक्टिव होना चाहिए. सो ये हम सुनते रहते हैं हर अपने सेमिनार्स में. कुछ वर्ड्स नहीं बोल सकता मैं अभी हिंदी में. तो अभी हम स्टार्ट करते हैं. हमने एक ये सॉल्यूशन बनाया है जिसमें CSR डोमेन को थोड़ा सिंप्लीफाई करने के लिए लो कॉस्ट में, जब हमारी CSR पॉलिसी बन रही थी 2012 से पहले, मेरे कॉमन फ्रेंड ने मिस्टर चटर्जी जो आर्किटेक्ट हैं CSR के, उनसे मिलवाया और हमने सॉल्यूशन बनाया जो कि बहुत बड़ा सॉल्यूशन था. हमने कुछ कॉरपोरेट्स में इम्प्लीमेंट किया एंड थैंक्स टू ऑल कॉरपोरेट्स. उसके बाद अब हम उसके ऑलमोस्ट अब 10 साल बाद आए हैं एक कॉमन प्लेटफॉर्म को लेके, और ये हमारा सौभाग्य है कि आज हम मिस्टर चटर्जी से इनॉग्रेट करा रहे हैं. तो हैव ए लुक.
Millions of NGOs in our country have been helping the underprivileged, however, unable to find enough resources. Thousands of companies through their CSR wants to help on social causes. However, they are struggling to find right NGOs to support. Wait is over. Presenting Be Vocal, social platform for social sector. Unique benefits of Be Vocal platform. Quality partnerships between NGO and corporates. Effective employee volunteering. Stay connected and stay updated with the social sector community. And many more. Sign up now and be a part of futuristic social tech platform. Be Vocal. Be Vocal by Ginni.
इसमें हम सोशल मीडिया से कनेक्ट हो सकते हैं, अपनी सारी पोस्ट कनेक्ट कर सकते हैं. बेसिकली 5 पिलर्स हैं इसमें. कॉरपोरेट्स, NPOs, our NGOs, foundations and all, CSR consultants or professionals, governments. We have a API for governments also where we can push our update policies. If government will allow us, we can solve that problem also. And we have individuals also, whoever social sector professionals come out from the colleges, they can come and get a job. They can learn about the social sector. They can get a jobs. We are coming many more modules like ESG, job portals for social sector specific, and many more. And based on the social sector feedback, we will keep updating. और ये प्लेटफॉर्म आपका है, इट विल ग्रो. ये आपका आशीर्वाद चाहिए इसको, एंड ग्रो टुगेदर. थैंक यू वेरी मच. धन्यवाद.
This is really a very good initiative by Ginni Group. Best wishes to Be Vocal. So everyone, so let's start this occasion with these celebrations. I would like to call Mr. AmitabhNag sir, Srimati Shri Nagarani ma'am, Mr. Kartikeya A, to present the awards to Dr. Bhaskar Chatterjee, CEO Anil Agarwal Foundation Lifetime Achievement Awards.